Good morning, our distinguished speakers, participants of the UN Global Compact Network Nigeria, colleagues, and everyone joining us today. You are warmly welcome to the first session of our Corporate Transition Readiness series, beginning with a very timely conversation on the future of sustainable capital, bonds, loans, and transition instruments. We are having this conversation because we see and know that the financing landscape has changed. For many years, businesses could speak about sustainability in broad terms as commitments, goodwill, and corporate responsibility or future ambition. But that era is closing very quickly. In this era, capital is asking practical and demanding questions such as, can a company withstand climate, social governance, and market shocks? Does a business, no matter the stage, understand the transition risk facing its sector? Can it show credible data beyond just good intentions? Does it have a strong governance system that asks the right questions? Are its sustainability commitments connected to financial decisions, investment plans, and operational realities? These questions are now pertinent for every business unit, not just our sustainability teams. They are essential for the CEO, the CFO, the board, and risk committees. They are equally vital for those leading strategy, sales, procurement, operations, and human resources. In short, these are the questions for every leader concerned with our competitiveness over the next decade. This shift is critical because sustainable capital is no longer a marginal conversation. Globally, the sustainable debt market has expanded dramatically. According to the Climate Bonds Initiative and the World Bank, the cumulative volume of green, social, and sustainability-linked bonds reached $6.1 trillion by early 2025. Clean energy investment is accelerating at a record pace as well. A Bloomberg NEF report released earlier this year confirmed that global investments in the energy transition hit $2.3 trillion in 2025, driven heavily by electrified transport and renewable power. Yet, while capital grows globally, access remains strikingly uneven. The UNCTAD World Investment Report in 2025 reveals a sobering reality. International project finance, the very lifeblood of large-scale infrastructure and development, recently registered its steepest decline, falling by 26%. This highlights a vital truth that the challenge we face is not merely the availability of capital, but the readiness of markets, institutions, and businesses to absorb that capital credibly. In emerging markets like ours, these high-level conversations can easily be overshadowed by immediate operational and macroeconomic pressures like high energy costs, infrastructure gaps, currency volatility, and shifting regulations. However, we cannot lose sight of the fact that the massive pool of global and local capital is actively seeking credible transition opportunities across the energy, manufacturing, agriculture, transport, and financial services sectors. The real question has moved beyond if capital exists to if businesses are ready to access it. Because capital does not move simply because a company says it is interested in sustainability. Capital indeed moves when there is confidence, confidence in governance, confidence in the numbers, confidence in the transition plan, confidence that risks are understood, and confidence that proceeds will be used well, and also confidence that the business can deliver both impact and returns. This is one of the major objectives of this series. At the United Nations Global Compact Network Nigeria, we are here to help businesses understand what capital is looking for, what credible transition readiness requires, and what practical steps companies must begin to take now. We want to move from what is a green bond to what makes a company bond ready, from what is a sustainability-linked loan to what internal systems must a company have before it can credibly take one, and from what do investors expect to what should a Nigerian business start doing tomorrow morning. This is the spirit of today's session. We are privileged to be joined by incredible speakers who understand capital from different but deeply connected perspectives: global investment, infrastructure finance, and institutional market development. They will help us unpack not just where the money is, but what the money now demands. My invitation to everyone participating today is simple. listen with your business in mind. And as the conversation unfolds, ask yourself, what will we need to change in our governance? And what data do we still not have? What risks are we not pricing properly? What opportunities are we not structuring clearly enough? And if an investor asks us today for our transition story, would we be ready? If this session does one job, we should not leave only better informed. We should leave with a clearer sense of what action looks like. On behalf of the UN Global Compact Network Nigeria, I thank our speakers, our moderator, and all our participants for making the time to be part of this important conversation. We look forward to a practical, honest, and forward-thinking dialogue. Thank you, and once again, welcome.